Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Thanks for clicking on the video. Today's video is going to be helping you guys get to know Kalin and I better, kind of telling you our story of how we began to know each other and who we are, and so we'll just jump right in. The year 2016. I say that like it's super far ago, but super long ago, but it's really not.
Yeah.
In 2016, we were going to the same church. Kalin had to talk to my sister.
At that point, it was my senior year of high school. So I was considering a college that his sister went to. Our mutual family friend set up like after church for me to talk to his sister.
Yeah. We have a mutual family friend that was poking at me that Kalin is such a great girl and she really fits my personality, and I would just have a lot of fun like getting to know her and then like kind of hinting towards like dating Kalin someday. And I was like, no, like wasn't really clicking with me, but I really should have listened to her sooner, because look where I am now.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. She's probably thinking like, well, Jake, like I told you, like come on. She's still really close with both of our moms.
Yeah.
That's really cool that like we had her like as a mutual friend.
Yeah.
It's just funny because like she'd tell my mom things and then tell me, and then she'd tell you things, and then it was just kind of like the back and forth, like, okay, we're hearing about each other, but like nothing was really happening.
Yeah. And so I started to lay eyes on Kalin and start to see how beautiful she is, always. For the next like couple months, as Kalin and I would, as I would see her and her family at church, it was just kind of good stuff like that. Like we didn't ever talk, but I saw her. Then fast forward a little bit, her family started going to a different church and I couldn't find her. So then I started to search on social media and like couldn't find her. Nowhere. So I was really like trying to look for her and see if I could find her, with no luck.
Yeah.
So then fast forward a couple years later, and this is what happened.
Fall of 2018 was my second year at the 2-year school that we both attended, but his first year. We were involved with Campus Crusade for Christ, or Crew, and Jake and his brother would come sporadically, like here and there. And then I was pretty consistent with going, and so he said that he went once. It
was the first time that we went, and I sat right next to Kalin.
Yeah.
And like freaked out inside of my head because I was sitting next to her and like piecing it together that this was the girl that I saw 2 years ago at church. And now I'm sitting next to her in a Campus Crusade.
Which was crazy. Like, what are the odds?
Sitting next to her and seeing her again, up closer with her than just like standing from a distance and seeing her. I started to like see her long eyelashes, and I like start to see her like beautiful hair that has like natural curls to it, which I really like. So details like that started to strike me about Kalin.
We didn't really talk in Crew. It was mostly that one instant. Then fast forward to spring of 2019. Jake and I both signed up for biology class, and it was from 8 to like 11:50. So it was like a really long class. It was like lecture, and then after lecture we had lab. So I was sitting on the far side of the classroom, or one far side, and then he was sitting on the other far side of the classroom.
Yeah.
So we were facing each other because there was like 3 like lab tables, you would say, right? Like 3 tables to where like there was chairs on each side. So it could have been like our backs were towards each other, but it was like we were facing each other.
Yeah.
During that class is where we really got to know each other. It all kind of started because obviously since it was a really long class, like he would give us 1 or 2 breaks during the 3 or so hours. There's like, so outside is the hall, and then there's like bathrooms at the end of the hall and a water fountain. So a lot of times Jake and I would both go out towards in the hall when break was happening so that we could go to the bathroom,
Stretch our
get
legs.
a drink, just walk around because it was a really long class. I think it was me that like said something. I don't even
I think
remember.
it was me.
Okay, well, we don't know who said what first.
Yeah.
But basically, we just ended up talking in between, like during our breaks of the class, and then we started to get to know each other more, and just little like random tidbits about the class, and just that was it. It wasn't more extensive than that.
Then I was following one of Kalin's friends on Instagram and saw that she had posted and tagged Kalin in a picture. I took that opportunity to request to follow Kalin on Instagram.
By the way, I get the notification the next morning. He requested to follow me at like midnight or like something crazy, like 12:30 or at night or something.
Just click a button, it's okay.
So just a little tidbit.
Yeah.
I looked, I was like, 12:30. What? I
That's
wasn't
not
up,
that. That's not that late. Did you follow me back the next day?
I followed him back
Like the
probably
next
the next night.
Yeah.
So it wasn't abrupt, and I didn't want to make it like really quick. So I gave it some time, and then
She didn't want to seem desperate.
whatever. So I knew that I had recognized him from church, but I wasn't exactly sure if he was from church or not, because I never really was like that close to him. So then I thought, okay, he followed me. Let's just go message him and say something like, hey, I think we went to the same church. And like, I think that was all I said, like just starting a conversation and being casual and bringing that up. And then we had a short conversation on there. And then spring break comes. And spring break, I got my wisdom teeth out, which everyone loves getting their wisdom teeth out. But basically, I had gotten a dry socket on the bottom side. This was after classes had started up again. I had to go and get this dealt with, and during my appointment in the waiting room, Jake was leaving for that weekend.
So I had to go coach a gymnastics competition in a different state, and sent Kalin a message on Instagram saying that I don't have a lot of data, which I had unlimited data, so this isn't...
Liar.
I just played it off like, I didn't have any data, so can I get your phone number? Like, real smooth.
And then I was like, sure, but just don't text and drive. So then, like, I gave him my phone number.
But funnier thing, I wasn't even driving, I was getting driven there, so I could text with Kalin the whole way, which sounded great to me.
So then after we got each other's number, obviously, I still remember that night was just more so like basic stuff. Do we have siblings? Like what we're into, our interests, hobbies, whatever. To get to know you sort of questions back and forth. I think for me it was the next day after I gave him my phone number.
Yeah.
You know how Snapchat does the thing where it's like, oh, new contact, add him on Snap if you have your phone number linked. So then I added him on Snapchat.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I sent the first snap or if he sent the first snap.
No, I sent the first snap because I added you back, and then I sent a snap of like half my face saying, hey, like...
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember sending that.
Really?
Yeah.
I do remember when my mom and I were shopping at Target and I was snapping with him, and then like he made a comment about like my Converse and all like the Converse I had, and he's like, yeah, I noticed in biology that you have like an assortment of Converse.
She's got a pair of Converse for every day of the week.
That's
including
true.
the weekends.
It's true. But anyway, so yeah, it went from church to crew to biology and then Instagram.
Yeah.
Phone numbers, Snap. And then from there, it was reaching towards the end of the semester.
Yeah. We had hung out really briefly. We went to a thrift shop together.
That was like our first time hanging out. And it was so casual.
It was very casual.
Like just walking around, looking at what was around, and then like talking about movies, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he had to go leave for work, so
it was just
it was
brief.
like less than an hour. It was really quick. So that was like our first official time, like hanging out outside of school.
Near to the end of semester, we decided that we were gonna go to a nature place and walk, and Kalin was gonna take pictures. So we went there and walked for a long time.
Yeah, it went from like me taking pictures of like nature to me taking pictures of him
Really?
doing a bunch of cool stunts and whatnot. So that was really fun. And then what was special about this though is that when we were walking down and there's this small pond, and also it's our night adventure spot, if you remember that video, link down below. There was a mailbox, and inside the mailbox was a notebook with a pen, and basically it was a series of a bunch of people writing in the notebook, like signing their names, saying, oh, just having a cool walk day with my family, or things like that. So we decided to write in the notebook. We wrote like the date, our names,
the weather,
favorite Bible verses, and then Jake wanted to do something when I wasn't looking.
I went over into the book and wrote, I got to spend a great day hiking with the prettiest girl in the world, which is still true to this day.
And then it was so funny because after I knew that he was writing in it, then I was like, huh, can I see what you wrote? And then he's like, no, another day. And he was like so shocked, like, no, another day. And then I was like,
I was gonna make her come back on her own
and like
look at it when I wasn't there. Then I caved and let her look at it.
And then I was just like filled with so much joy. It was great. It made me smile so big because like that was technically like the first real time that we were hanging out.
Yeah.
He like was saying nice things, and just like it really was like a great time. It was just like
I said a nice thing. Ooh.
It was just a really fun experience. Summer 2019 was us doing more adventures, doing more fun things, growing closer to each other, getting to know each other more, and then here we are now, fast forward another year. So
Go team.
that was a little bit about us, like kind of how we met each other, how we grew closer, and yeah.
I hope that you enjoyed our story and could kind of track how we got to know each other.
Yeah.
And it's just so unique how God works in mysterious ways to show people and then bring us back together at a later time.
2018 and 2019, I was praying for just a more like genuine, serious relationship. And then what do you know? Jake popped into my life, and I don't call it a coincidence at all. So I am just very grateful for him and very grateful for our relationship to this day.
Oh, thanks.
So yeah, thanks for tuning in, like Jake said. And we will have more fun adventure videos coming your way. We have a list of ideas that we want to get to yet this summer.
Yeah.
So we're gonna plan those out. Be watching for those. So yeah, peace.
Outtake 1. Guess who wants to have snacks right after the video finishes?
It's a good hour because it's after dinner time.
I know.
And snacks are always good. Like if you agree. Also, so are chili socks and sweatpants.
Sweatpants over your jeans?
Sweatpants over my jean shorts. But it's a little secret if you just cover it up with the blanket. Nobody knows. And now my secret's out. In biology, there was a little bit of chemistry.
That's